The last section that we're going to go over today is just taking a look at recognizing parallel and perpendicular lines and how we can see the similarities between them through an equation. We've looked a little bit at this already in the past, but we're just going to go over it in a little more detail here. Lines are parallel when the slopes are equal. Okay, so anytime we have two lines that have the same slope, they are parallel. Doesn't matter what other numbers we have in there, when the slopes are the same, they are parallel. Lines are perpendicular when the slopes are negative reciprocals. Reciprocals of each other. Okay, so remember, a reciprocal is when we flip the top and the bottom around, and negative means that it's the opposite sign that it was before. Let's graph this function here. Y equals 2 over 3x minus 5. So the minus 5 is going to be right here. 2 over 3 up 2 over 3. We have this point right here. We're going to draw a line through. There we go. And we have the equation. Let's move this out of the way here. Y is equal to 2 over 3x minus 5. Okay, there's our equation. There's our line drawn out in as neat as we can there. Let's determine the function which goes through the point A. And now let's put A here on, it's at 1, negative 1 right here. There's A. Okay, and is parallel to this line here. Okay. If it's parallel, that means that it's going to go through, it's going to have the same slope. So we're going to use the same slope right here. And we're going to use this as a point. So again, we're going to use y is equal to mx minus x1 plus y1. So y is equal to 2 over 3 x minus 1 minus 1. Okay, let me get that a little neater. Minus 1. There we go. There's our equation. Now to draw it out, this point right here is at 1, negative 1. We go up 2 over 3 to that point right there because it has the exact same slope. Let's make sure to get it as accurate as I can here. And so this is y is equal to 2 over 3 x minus 1 minus 1. Okay, there's that equation right there. These two lines are parallel because they have the same slope. So the slope is exactly the same, right? Rise and run is exactly the same. They are in fact parallel and always will be. Now for number 3, it asks to determine the function which goes through the same point, 1, negative 1 right here, A, but is perpendicular to our original line here. Perpendicular means that the slope is going to be changed 3 over 2. This one is positive. This one will be negative. Okay, so we automatically change it to negative. We can put it into the into our form here. M is negative 3 over 2 x plus minus 1 minus 1. Okay, same, looks exactly the same as this one here. The only difference is now our slope is different. Okay, which actually makes a really big difference and would make a difference in our y-intercept as well. Drawing it on the graph, starting from this point, but now we're going to go down 3 over 2. So we're going to get to this point right there. And when we draw it through, we have a perpendicular line. Y is equal to negative 3 over 2 x minus 1 minus 1. And that's going to be our equation. Okay. All right, so that's graphing it out, drawing out our, or creating our equations and graphing out our lines. We can also just do it strictly in a sense of the form. Here we're going to be given the point S, 2, negative 3. We want to write a line that is parallel to that, parallel to this one here, where we have our slope of 4. Y is equal to 4 x minus 2 minus 3. And that's our new equation. Now we could change that into graphic form. I'll quickly do that. Y equals 4x minus 8 minus 3. Y equals 4x minus 11. you'll notice that this first line went through -4 as a y-intercept. The second one goes through -11. They have the same slope, but they have a different y-intercept. Now, a line that is perpendicular, okay, to y equals -3/4x plus 4. Here's our slope. We want the opposite, so our m is going to be positive 4/3. Y equals positive 4/3, x minus 2 minus 3. Okay, again, the back half looks exactly the same as this line because it's going through the same point, but the slope is going to be different. Y equals 4/3 x minus 8/3 minus 3. Y equals, let's just, so -8/3 minus 3 is 4/3x minus 5 2/3. Okay, so it's going to go through the same point. These two will go through the same point, which would be like kind of a meeting point, but this one here has a y-intercept of -5 2/3. This one has a y-intercept of -11, and they'll look a little bit different. All right, time to finish off the assignment. LI.05, numbers 8 to 13.